What is up, boys? I just came up with a motto recently. I love it. I think it highlights really what you really need, probably exactly what you need for growth, for that self-improvement, okay? What it is, it's accept, adapt, and overcome, okay? So let's dive straight in. Accept. What is accepting? Is it accepting some sort of offer you might have? Nah, it's the complete opposite. Accepting, it's accepting negativity, right? It's accepting that you weren't good enough to be able to achieve that goal you wanted to hit. Accepting is just being humbled, literally. Okay? And as you're humbled, you understand you were simply not good enough. You were either mentally or physically not strong enough to reach that goal. Alright? You were not mentally or physically strong enough. As you realize that, you must transmute that disappointment you might have within yourself into positivity. Now, an easy practice is just by telling yourself, if after making a mistake, it's just saying to yourself, I failed, it's a loss, but it's a lesson to be learned. Because it's true, in every loss, there is a lesson to be learned, right? For example, I've injured myself before, and I realized, well, I can't do this forever, can I? I need to strengthen myself to be able to do this sport intensely for an extended period of time, okay? So I accepted that, and I realized I wasn't good enough. That's what you must realize. And you must realize that there is possibility. Of course, there is always possibility for you to grow, okay? I accepted, and then I started doing some strength and conditioning so I could strengthen myself to prevent that injury, prevent any further injuries, right? And once you accept, once you've been humbled, you can finally adapt, right? But that first step is the most crucial step, accepting. So you've accepted, you've been humbled, and now you can adapt, all right? Adapting, it's growing physically and mentally stronger, growing mentally tougher so that you can build those skills that require you to reach that goal. Okay? That's what it is. It's the process of working, possibly even researching, what can I do that can be better, that can better help me achieve this goal. It's putting that consistent hard work in. It's being patient with the hard work, right? For example, let's take an example of a football player who wants to get into a team, right? They failed, they weren't good enough. Number one, you accept. They accept, you accept. Let's say it's you the viewer. You accept. You weren't good enough. Now, after you've been humbled, what you do is you want to adapt, right? Because you really want that spot badly, don't you? You really want that spot because you love football. You want to get better. So you adapt. And what you adapt, you can adapt by putting more work in, working harder, being more consistent, altering your health or improving it, obviously. For example, you can't make any excuses. You need to understand that something went wrong because we're not perfect. If you were perfect, if you were good enough and you had no excuses to make, you would be at the top. But simply you're not. You're clearly not because you didn't make it there, did you? So either something's wrong with your sleep, your diet, your strength, your mental strength, your discipline. There's plenty of ways to go wrong, all right? And it's just growing. It's putting that work in, okay? You must put that work in, adapt, do whatever it takes to be able to get into that team, right? To do whatever it takes to put the work in and to get to that final destination. And that is when you overcome. You're victorious. You finally put that work in and you get what you deserve. You get what you deserve. You've been patient. You've been consistent with the work. And you're victorious. And this can be a cycle where you're improving after every goal that's been reached. Right? The tasks get harder. But so do you. You get harder. You get harder mentally, physically. You get more disciplined. And that is the path of self-improvement. There's going to be times where things are going to be harder to do. And you're going to have to just put that extra effort in. And it's just all a learning curve. And putting that work in. It's like a cycle of accept, adapt, and overcome. Literally that. So remember, accept, adapt, and overcome.